Salutations, hello, this is my bunker, I am VideoVomit, this is my show. Last week, I was MIA, and that was because I was in grand old California. I traveled there for a little tiny little thing called DesignerCon. DesignerCon 2017, it was a lot of fun. I had almost all my money I spent. I met new people, made some new friends, so that was a lot of fun. And but more importantly, I bought a bunch of toys to bring here back down to the bunker, and so everyone else in the whole world could see it. So that's what we're doing here today. Yeah, so DesignerCon is kind of like your Comic-Con or your you know, DragCon for all you drag queens out there or something like that. It's kind of just like a gathering of like-minded individuals. So that sounds kind of wrong. It's more or less a bunch of toy enthusiasts who make toys, who collect toys, and they all kind of come together, and we get to just be nerds together, and we get to have fun, and we get to buy toys, we get to sell our toys, and then we get to, you know, pick each other's brains and stuff. Really kind of, like, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how everything works kind of at these cons and these circuits and stuff. And then I learned a little bit about, you know, stuff I didn't know about painting, stuff I didn't know about, you know, this and that. And so I feel like now that I'm back, I feel a little bit more energized. You know, I feel recharged. I feel inspired again, you know, to kind of get out there and do more stuff. Hopefully I'll be doing some like colorways and stuff like that with other people in future toy releases and future Zingachi releases. So yeah, I filmed a little bit while I was there. I got some footage of some of the booths that I looked at, some of my booth that I shared with True Tech, and yeah, I think we should just jump right into the video that I made. So there we are, flying in, and we are landing. The plane wasn't actually that fast, but it took a while to get there, so that sucked. Here I am in front of DesignerCon, and that's a Ron English statue that they had out there. Really, really cool. Very scary. This is Unbox Industries booth. They have a ton of awesome toys. Right there is the Tomb. His debut was this past weekend. That is by Retroban. Some really creepy horror manga stuff. This is Black Drove and Grizzle Adams booth. They had an awesome booth. There's the debut of their new giant figures, some Miscreation toy stuff. You know, it's just some painted toys as well. This is Candy Bolton's booth. She's really awesome. I finally got to meet her, and that's her toy right there. And man, seeing that thing in person was incredible. It is huge. It is really awesome. The detail on that thing is really cool too, and not to mention her paint apps are just magnificent. She has her own YouTube channel, so go check out Candy Bolton on YouTube and Instagram. This is Gakoto's booth with Punk Drunkers and Reelhead. There's some Reelhead pieces there, and Gakoto's there. He was debuting some of his new pieces there as well. I had a buddy that muled a figure for me, so that was really nice of him. I'll show you that in a little bit. This is the Toy Art Gallery booth. Man, incredible pieces, lots of bright, vibrant colors. I got to meet the owner and kind of director of the whole Toy Art Gallery, Gino. He was really cool. He was really nice. He hooked me up with some stickers and pins that we'll get into in a little bit as well. Lots of awesome pieces there, including that slug beard from Paul Kaiju that's right there. I love that pour. That's a marbling effect on that pour. That's really cool. Then some BC brawlers, is that what they're called? Oh man, if I'm wrong about that, correct me. And then finally a gigantic Cadaver Kid in the background. That was so cool. This is Lulubelle and Splurt's booth. One of the coolest booths there. Just because look at all that goodies from Splurt and Grody Shogun and Lulubelle. Again, great colors. Yeah. And then this is Rampage Toys booth. Super awesome dude. He was really, really nice. And really, really cute little pieces. And then his really awesome bigger pieces as well. Some of his newer ones, like the Gremlin one, was all sold out by the time that I actually got footage. So this was, I filmed a lot on day 2 rather than day 1 because I was stuck at the booth most of the day. And this is Battle Tribes, and this is like the Glio system kind of figures. I haven't really gotten into those in any of the episodes, but I will dedicate a whole episode to that. We'll be looking at some of the figures that I got today, or from DesignerCon. We'll be looking at those today. And this was a really awesome booth. This was a booth that they were reselling some past pieces and stuff. I got quite a few things from this booth. Check that out right there. That's a nag. Those are super hard to come by. I've never seen one in real life, so that was quite a treat to be able to see that in real life. That was insane. Some Mutant Vinyl Hardcore stuff there, like that Ollie, the Mad Mimi, and these disgusting piggy men. This is from Paul Kaiju's booth. I took some snaps there. I was too giddy and excited and like looking around to take any video, so I took some pictures, and so I thought I'd throw them in here. That Hyper Kraken one-offs were great. There's the giant mock bat, and Paul kind of casually talking to somebody in the background. And then this was on day 2. Me and True Tech were at Buana Spoon's booth, and he was kind enough to let us ride his coattails and squat at his booth a little bit. This was all of the really awesome toys and prints and stuff. Man, that guy is so creative. It was insane. So there's the Zengachis. That blue and pink piece was painted by True Tech, my friend Neil, and the little pieces like the Trump and the Mad Mimi and the Smog Ball right there, that was all True Tech as well. These cute little guys right there. And then the Zengachis in the back are obviously mine. I sold a couple pieces, so that was really cool. That was really awesome. I will put up the remainders on the site, probably tonight, maybe tomorrow. There's some Toy Pizza Knights of the Slice 1000 Toys figures. There's the Onel Design one that they're coming out with, and then there was also a 1000 Toys Android art show there, and all these really incredible pieces from that show I had to get pictures of because they were just exquisite. Okay, well that was the little video that I took there. Quite a bit of stuff. Not enough to if it was 5 days long, there wouldn't be enough time to go see everything. So yeah, it was bumped up to 2 days this year. Next year it'll be in Anaheim, California, and it'll be 3 days. So God help us all, because this is gonna be nuts. So let's just jump right into some of the stuff that I got. I got quite a bit of stuff. I got all kinds of different toys, all kinds of different goodies and stuff. So I wanted to look at some of the. I got a lot of sofubi, but I did get a lot of stuff that, isn't. So, but still within that designer toy realm. So like I said before, with the Glios figures and stuff, I haven't gotten in. We haven't done an episode for those yet, but we will. And so I think this is a good way to kind of introduce that sort of thing. So, made by Manor Monster and Spy Monkey Creations. These are the Warlords of War. So these are all Glios compatible. There's like a system, kind of like Lego, if you will, but it's like this peg system with these figures, and you take them apart, or and you can kind of like kit bash and make your own figures and stuff. So they make these really cool colorways. They have blanks and stuff like that. So I missed out on the online release of these Warlords of War because they sold out just like that. And so when I was there and I saw their booth, I absolutely had to pick up these guys. So when you get them, I have 2 of the like painted colorways, and then I have like 1 blank one. These are using like the legs and the kind of bucks for the Battle Tribes figures, which I have some, and I will do a video on those as well. But they all come with extra parts. So they all come with like all the heads You know, like each 3 of these guys have like a different head, but you know, with the blank green one, you could put that zombie head on there. You can put that fish guy head on there, you know, and you can give him like, you know, he's got these like tendril things on the bottom of his arm here. You can like swap out, you know, different parts. You can get really, really creative with it. And the Glyos, you know, fan community is absolutely bonkers. You know, there's like, you know, Glyos itself. There's the God Beast, which you can follow. He was there. He had some really cool pieces. Unfortunately, the video I took was kind of bad, so I couldn't use that in the thing. So I'm sorry, God Beast, that was my bad. But yeah, so these are really cool. You can definitely check out their website, Warlords of War, and their Instagram. To, you know, catch future releases. Maybe they might be release some goodies for you in the near future. I know a lot of people are dumping their Decon leftovers online, so definitely check these guys out. They kind of have like a mini Masters of the Universe vibe, you know, like their stature and the way that they're sculpted and stuff. You know, kind of feels like those Remco bootleg He-Man figures as well, except for tiny, you know, so they can like fight your giant kaiju, you know. But yeah, this is cool because, you know, they're great material for taking apart, creating your own creations, and all kinds of stuff like that. So definitely check them out. Moving along, we got some more Glyos system stuff, and this was a lot of fun. I got to meet one of the people, companies, collaborations that helped inspire this very show that I'm doing right now. Toy Pizza on YouTube, they have their own. They're from Frederator Studios, Jesse and Nick, and they created their own show to talk about, you know, toys and stuff that they're interested in, and that kind of led to them making their own toys called Knights of the Slice, and I have some of those. They also have recently done a collaboration with 1000 Toys, those androids and stuff, like I was showing in the video. But I got one of their exclusive figures from this year. I got the Cola Knight. So he's cast in this clear kind of like Pepsi-looking plastic, and then they had an armor set that you could buy separately, and it was the Ice Cube armor. So then you can have, because you know, if anyone knows me, I love Pepsi, I love soda. It's gonna kill me one day, so you can't have a Pepsi without some ice. So this is the ice armor. I think this thing is so friggin' cool. Wow, I just love translucent toys, just in general. But yeah, I just really like this color combo together. It looks really cool. So normally the Knights of the Slice don't look so cyberpunky. They have like a different look to them. They hooked me up big time with pins and stickers and patches and all kinds of stuff, so I thought I'd kind of go through some of it. This is one of the cards. This is like the Cola Knight art that they had going on. Really, really cool. This was this really awesome mini, you can't even see it. It's such a tiny little pin. They gave me that as well. And then they had these incredible, this is a magnet of one of the Knights of Slice helmets, and then they had this incredible patch as well. And Nick was nice enough to give me a Toy Pizza pin that isn't in production anymore, so that was really nice of him. That's like one of their first pins. And then a sexual yokai drawn or paper cut art sticker of one of the Knights of the Slice, so that was really cool. So yeah, so every Knight of the Slice, they come with their own like a range of like hand accessories. They even come with like a little fedora and stuff. So he looks mighty different with just the regular stuff on. He looks very similar to one of these. You can use your imagination because I'm not going to rip them apart right now. But yeah, very, very cool. I am extremely happy I got one of these. So thank you so much, Toy Pizza. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you so much. I gave them one of my Zangachi minis. Yeah, that was. I'm glad we got to swap toys. Let's see what else we got. Let's look at the Superseven store. So Superseven, I've done quite a few of their toys in the past. I've done a lot of their Keshi, and I think we've taken a look at some of their vinyl stuff like that. They have like the, you know, they helped start that reaction thing, and with the alien figures. But they also do produce vinyl toys like sofubi, and they had like, you know, minis and stuff like that. But they made these incredible Masters of the Universe sofubi figures, And this box alone is incredible. It's a Japanese style window box for the sofubi figure. Now this one was a cool colorway. I kind of missed out on, they have like Skeletor and Beastman. Those are the only figures that they have so far, but they've done quite a few different colorways for those figures. You know, they have like a bunch of different Skeletor colorways and a bunch of different Beastman's colorways, but this Beastman is special. Now, if you're a Masters of the Universe fan, you'd know that Beastman, they use Beastman's like sculpt and body and everything, and they just flocked it and reused his face and everything for Mossman. And so cleverly, Superseven decided to do a colorway for their Beastman reminiscent of Mossman himself. Now, the paint on this is incredible. Like, it's cast in a green vinyl, but then very, very, very clean factory paints on this. And he comes with this little whip, which is super, super awesome. I love this guy so much. The box alone is really cool, but just the figure himself too, very, very cute. I love this kind of like very rudimentary kind of style, very simplistic, but still very, very stylized, you know. I love the sculpt on it. I love his little dopey face, his face. I love that so much. This is such a cool figure. This was the only thing I picked up from Superseven this year. Usually I'll try and buy a little bit more, but there was so much stuff, you know, and Superseven is at a lot of places, so generally their stuff is kind of easier to get a hold of. This is, you know, so I would highly recommend you go check out Superseven, their website, their at Superseven store on Instagram you can check out, and yeah, so very awesome figure. I am glad to have one of these finally. Now I kind of have a little bit of an itch to go get the other ones now, so that's unfortunate that I want to go get those now. So we're gonna move on. So I also got this figure. This is a Michael Scadam, but it's Draculaser, at Draculaser, and Gums Productions figure. Now, full disclosure, this was available at DesignerCon, this figure in this colorway and a painted colorway, but blank and a colorway. But I got this. This was my pre-order one. But I thought because he was available there, you know, it was a good way to shoehorn him in there without having to, you know, wait for the next Vinyl Variations episode or something. So, yeah. So this is the Serpentoid. He comes in this mucky green vinyl. I love blanks. I love collecting them. I love painting them. I love just like accumulating them and hoarding them on my shelf. But this guy, he sticks out. You know, he is incredible. What an interesting sculpt. I love the like the pumpkin-y kind of like scary demon face on the back. This captures Draculaser's style like super well, with the slime and the goop and the, you know, and the disproportionate fingers and like his tiny little nub legs here. Just a really, really cool piece. I love this thing so much. Super awesome. Great work, everybody. Pat yourself on the back. Yeah, he's really cool. I think I'll leave him blank for a while. If I can come up with something cool, usually I'll paint something, you know, if it really fits and I'm like, yeah, that's perfect, I want to do that. Otherwise, I'll just leave it blank and just let it, you know, just chill on my shelf and admire it and pick it up and dust it from time to time. But yeah, definitely check them out. This was a pre-order again that I got, but they did have it at the show, so definitely really, really cool. What else? Oh yeah, okay. So I took some pictures while I was there, and you saw those of the Paul Kaiju booth. And I met Paul Kaiju. He was really, really nice. He was very sweet. He took the time to introduce himself to my girlfriend as well. You know, commonly, you know, you just talk to the dude or guy, or, you know, who's collecting the toys, who addressed you and stuff. But he was like, he shook my hand, then shook her hand. He was very, very sweet, very nice guy. And so we picked up one of his like minis. This is like from a gotcha set, but he made them into necklaces. And this is the gobo one. We'll bring it down here. So he is very tiny. This is like the small version of the giant gobo king. But yeah, just super cute. and it's really awesome. And you can put it on and wear it. Looks good. Think I'll keep it. So let's move on to some other little sofubi. We're kind of gradually getting into the sofubi stuff. I stopped at Splurt's booth on day 2. He was with Lulubelle Toys, like you saw in the video, but he was only there the first day, and he was really nice enough to walk all the way over to my booth with True Tech and at the Vinyl Goldmine booth that first day, and he introduced himself, which, you know, he didn't have to do that, but that was really nice of him. So thank you, Joe. That was very nice of you. At Splurt, go ahead, give him a follow, because, you know, he's got some of the best toys in the game right now, and I only got the mini ones. I don't have a Diggler yet. I have like some of the Cadaver Kids and stuff like that, but I do not have a Diggler yet. So I have the Evolved Diggler, but I just do not have the mini one. And then this one's is Poo Poo. He's a little poopy man. Very cute. He's a Gid one, so he glows in the dark. So it's kind of hard to show up, but he's got a little sagging eyeball hanging out. He's got like a snaggle tooth. Very cute. I love this guy. I already have the green blank that he did, and I painted that one, but so I just wanted another blank in the collection because, dang, I just love little sofubi. I've been kind of really digging on lately. I've been really enjoying the mini figures and stuff like that, because I'm kind of pondering about making my own mini figure, my own mini sofubi fairly soon. So I like kind of getting them and kind of understanding how they work and like what the styles are and stuff, because like when you design these, that does go into how they get made and how the pulls come out and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm just very intrigued with mini sofubi right now. So I got quite a few of them while I was there on my trip, so that's one of the nicer things. But yeah, definitely check out Splurt. Joe is a really cool dude. I cannot say enough good things about his toy line, so definitely check it out for yourself. And we will be moving on. So now, Reelhead was there, and I wasn't able to grab any of his, like, the stuff at his booth, but over at the Mishka booth, Gregg Mishka was selling some of Brian Flynn's collection, Brian Flynn from Superseven. He was selling a bunch of his Reelhead stuff, and so, you know, I had to get some of that. So we'll look at the first little figures I got from the Mishka booth. So I got this one, this clear orange vinyled Reelhead. This is kind of like their mid-size category. I do have a larger one right here. This is the adult version, and then this is like the teenager, and then they have like a little baby one as well. So this one's really cool because he is that transparent orange vinyl, and just, oh my god, it's so cool. I love this thing so much. I love the sculpt. His like big bulbous alien head. He's got like one eye and then like the teeth like coming down here, and then he kind of has like a Super Saiyan, or not a Super Saiyan, like Saiyan armor, like from Dragon Ball Z. Kind of like feels like that, a little bit influenced on like the wings here and like the lined pattern. It's a little hard to see, but yeah, definitely really cool. I'm very happy I got this guy. And then I got this other one. Now he was really cool. He came in his bag, so he had all of his stuff. He had an extra hand for the bone kind of like knife saber thing that he has for his hand, and then he also had his header card with him as well in his bag. And so I just had to pop him open. This one's really cool because this is a like foggy, milky kind of clear vinyl, and then it has a really outstanding black dry rub on there, and just it makes all the sculptural details really pop on this figure. So I'm very happy to have these new Reelhead pieces in my collection. I don't have too many of like the mid-sized ones, and I don't really have a whole lot of Reelhead stuff in general, but I do really like his work, so it is very cool to actually have these. And then they also, with the 1000 Toys booth, they had a few of these up there. So 1000 Toys, I've done a video on them before in the Designer Vinyl Toys episode, or the Designer Action Figures episode. We talked about some of the cyborgs that they offer. And then I showed you in the video earlier that they had some of an art show for all their cyborgs and stuff. But this one is a fully licensed, fully collaboration between Reelhead and 1000 Toys. This is the next Man Synth. Now this thing is dope. Oh my god, look at this guy. So cool. So this is like the Reelhead Next Man kind of vibe and style. But it is fused with one of the 1000 Toys androids. So this thing was really cool. You could pick this up at the 1000 Toys booth. And also the Knights of the Slice, they had versions of those. The Knights of the Slice X 1000 Toys collaboration, they had those at the Toy Pizza booth. I didn't get the Black Knight, which I'm really kicking myself in the butt for, but I did pre-order the Brick Red Ranger kind of Knight of the Slice, the Red Knight, so I will be getting that one, so that's cool. Should I open this? Alright, we'll do it, we'll open it. Live, right now, we're doing it. Here we go. Taking forever. I didn't want to rip it, but then, you know, like, you gotta go fast, so. Okay, I'm almost got it. Hang in there, everybody. Oh, I'm ripping this beautiful artwork. Okay, here we go. I saw people get, like, having their sign and stuff. I was like, oh, man. Should I open it? Okay. So obviously I haven't, like, taken a look at him yet or anything, like, out of the box because you just saw me open it. Here we go. Okay, wow. So he's pretty standard articulation and feel of the other cyborgs, but this, he feels like his joints are like a lot tighter. He does have different hand sculptural details. There's a belt. The scarf is very Reelhead style. We'll bring it down here. Yeah, just look at this guy. So cool. Really, really cool articulation. You know, he can. Oh yeah! So you can have him fighting, you know, like any of your standard 6-inch 1/12 scale figures. This would be great for photography, for your dioramas and all that stuff. And shit, man, it would be great on, you know, just hanging out with the rest of your Reelhead figures. They're all hanging out together now. So he does come with a variety of different hands. And it looks like he has like a Reelhead always does like these like arm kind of things. Yeah, as you can see with the bone one here. He just kicked him over. But yeah, you can attach one of those. So you just remove the hand and it's on a ball joint, and then you attach the weaponized hand. And let's see if I am a competent enough toy collector to do it myself without breaking it. Here we go. Jesus. Okay, yeah, there we go. Cool. I didn't break it. All right, everybody. We'll add clapping in post or something. Yeah, but yeah, totally. So this is awesome. It's kind of like a crystallized, like weaponized version of the hand. So you know, you can like slash at them and at whatever enemy he's fighting, and it falls off. I'm too scared to like really jam it in there. So the hands seem to be made out of a softer kind of plastic, so it seems to be easier. But this is very hard and kind of like that doesn't feel fragile, but it's very solid plastic. But yeah, so this was some of the Reelhead pieces that I got. I wish I could have got more because that Mishka booth, like I said, they were selling these for a very good price. So kind of kicking myself for not buying more, but I did have a lot of other stuff to get to and a lot of other stuff to buy. So yeah, absolutely, these are really awesome. These were convention exclusives. I'm assuming they're going to be doing future releases. On the back of that box, they did have 2 different colorways. So yeah, there's a fairly good chance that you'll be able to get one of these just in a different color or something like that fairly soon. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't say go on eBay and get one of these. This was like 80 in person. They're going for like 160 something now on eBay. So don't even waste your time with flippers, man. It's just bullshit. So don't worry about it. Don't feed into that. So, you know, get it on the own release. You know, trade, do something, but just don't feed into that because it's a bad culture. So, all right, we're gonna be moving along. I'm completely surrounded by stuff on the floor now. Okay, so after the real head, what do we got? Oh, cool. So Violence Toy. Violence Toy had a great booth this year. It felt like I could have spent all 2 days there and spent all the money there, but alas, I could only buy a few things. So let's get into the smaller stuff first. I kind of like separated everything with bags so I could do it properly. I covered some Maba zombies in the Slimeween episode, and Maba zombies, they have really grown. I mentioned that they've grown in popularity quite a bit within the toy collecting community, and they've also grown with their style. So their style is very distinct. It's very kind of like chibi, cutesy, kind of like a super deformed kind of vibe, and so I wanted to get some of these while they were there. These are Maba style Violence Toy figures, and some of them are actually from movies. So what I'll do is we'll look at some of the non-licensed figures first. So they all came in different casts of vinyl, and these are very, very soft, very squishy. These aren't sofubi, I don't believe. I'm not actually sure where Violence Toy gets their stuff made. If you do, feel free to clarify. So this one is dope. He's got like a melty head and stuff. Again, a good vinyl is kind of hard to show up on camera, but yeah, very, very cool. Here's like this disgusting looking freak dude. He's got this big grin. I love that purple. He's got like a little saw. I love that color. It is just so weird, but I dig it. I very, very much dig it. He's got like worms and a fly in his hair and stuff. This is the tower. This is like a miniaturized version of the tower, which I've showed off in the first sofubi episode, or first vinyl toy episode, and then one of the vinyl variations episode as well. I believe that was part 1. And then we have this like kind of like a monkey slash, like, it kind of reminds me of the thing from the crate in Creepshow, but then it also very invokes the kind of the vibes that the werewolf from the Maba Zombies line had as well. So he's very cool, and I got him in this like gold color. I don't know why. I thought it fit his kind of character pretty well. So you can sit up on the top of there. And then finally, Mutant Cop. Wow, so cool. I love this little finger. So they're kind of like finger puppets. That's kind of like the whole thing with these, is that they kind of just go on your fingers. That's a whole style of vinyl toys, is like the finger puppet genre. So within the vinyl toy world, there are different like subgenres of kind of style of figure that you can make or buy. I've showed off the big version of Mutant Cop before, but just what a cutie. I love these mini ones, and like the way that they're sculpted, you know, with their arms all crunched together and all that stuff. That is so Maba Zombies. That just feels very much like that style. So moving along, now the big thing lately has been Maba Zombie style figures, but with a horror movie twist, like, because the original Maba Zombies were so influenced by horror movies, you know, that they kind of made their own kind of versions of, you know, the classic monsters and stuff, or lore monsters. But with these, they are from something. So these two are from Puppet Master. I love Puppet Master so much, and these are actually licensed. They say Puppet Master on the bottom, so that is really cool. It must have been a real pain in the butt to get a license from Full Moon, because they're greedy. But yeah, so first we got Blade. I had to get him in that black colored vinyl because, you know, Blade's clothes are all black, and you know, I might do some realistic painting for the movie version figures because yeah, so I really like these a lot. This was like very close to the top of my list of things I absolutely needed when I got to DCon. It was the Retro Band booth, and then Violence Toy booth right after. So, and then this next one is my favorite puppet from Puppet Master. It's Torch. I love Torch so much. He's so cool. He's just a flamethrower guy with an awesome helmet and like bullet teeth and stuff. Just so cool. I love this guy so much. I love Torch. Anything Torch, I want. They also, Violence Toys also making like, I think they're like around 9 or 10, maybe closer to 11 or 12 inch tall vinyl toy versions of the Puppet Master figures. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out on Violence Toys, you know, Instagram or website, you know, to catch those when they release. I'm not sure when they're coming out. I did not ask, and they might have had something there, but you know, when you're looking at all these toys that you want, you kind of get like beer goggles, toy goggles as well. Call it, coined the phrase just now. Nobody else made it. So you get toy goggles, and you just you focus on something you really want, and then it's kind of like a bad itch until you get it. You can't focus on anything else. So speaking of, I had to get this next one. This is an officially licensed basket case finger puppet vinyl figure of Belial. And you guys know, if you guys been following every episode of the show, I try to bring up basket case or Belial almost like every other episode. I bought the Blu-ray and I talked about it on here. I talked about it on some other episodes. I love basket case. I love Belial. Man, so awesome. I got him in this red color because it was the only red one left. And I just had to, you know, be a basic bitch like that and just had to get one. So I am beyond happy that I got these. This is one of my favorite pickups of the entire trip, so that was really awesome. And then before we move on to the other Violence Toy stuff, so this is separate, but because it was like the finger puppet stuff, I thought I'd just rope it in. So this is Justin Ishmael's one of his vinyl toy. This is a sofubi. This is as to where these are squishy. This is pretty actually solid. So this is from the Deadly Spawn. This is another horror movie, Maba style kind of finger puppet-esque figure. And so I got this from Justin Ishmael. He made that Galagantus for one of the first vinyl variations we did. It was that two-headed glow-in-the-dark beast. Go back and watch that if you want to see his other work. Definitely check Justin Ishmael's stuff out too, because man, what an incredible. I wanted the two-headed mini that he did, but that one sold out day one, so I missed out on that big time. But I was able to manage to grab one of these, so that was really cool. I also got some really cool stickers, puff stickers from Violence Toy. They threw these in for me because I bought so much stuff from them. Now these are some of their Gore Lords, but it's like vintage puffy style stickers. Like, you know, you put them like kids would put them on like their binders or inside their locker or something like that. So this is like a hyper violent Gore Lord version of those stickers, and it looks like they have two versions of each sticker. Like there's one on top and then one underneath. But yeah, I'm thinking about just kind of leaving these minty inside their little package here. But yeah, you get the Murdroid, you got Cyclops, you got the Sufferer, you got some weapons here, Snot Pile, and Quantum Wolf. And so yeah, this is really cool. I love that, you know, like when toy makers get really creative and they do other things, I always really, really appreciate that. So that was very cool. So another thing that they made there were, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but in the 80s, things called pillow buddies were very, very popular. Pillow buddies kind of started with like the wrestling genre. You know, they'd make wrestling figures, and so it was like a pillow, and you like beat it up and wrestle with it. So this is the Deathmatch buddies. Now there was two there, and I got the two-headed one. And they had like another one of their figures there in pillow form. But I just had to get this guy because, damn, he is awesome. I love this guy. Also, he was very comfortable on the plane ride home. He helped out a lot. He helped my neck out a lot, so thank you so much, buddy. I got a lot of weird looks. People were like, why the hell is this grown-ass man carrying around this stuffed animal? It's a pillow, okay? It's not a stuffed animal. It's a pillow. All right, it's very comfortable. It's fleece kind of feeling. Ooh man, hopefully they release the rest of these online because I want that other one. I want the matching pair. But yeah, so this was really, really cool. Again, with the ideas, man. This is cool. This is cool stuff. You do think outside the box. Think creatively. This is the kind of stuff I really like. touching that made me sleepy. Okay, so last but certainly not least, we have another figure from Violence Toy. This was a debut figure there. I don't think you guys are ready for this, okay? All right, here we go. Look at this. This is Adam. This is their debut giant figure that they had there. He came in a body bag. Like the style of all the advertising and stuff on here very much reminds me of like the Weekly World News. It was like this like a big Bat Boy seen in London, or found in cave, Bat Boy found in cave. I think that's what the original headline was. But yeah, it was like all like supernatural, like gross weird stuff, like man abducted by alien and carries baby in butthole or something. I don't know. But so Adam came with quite a few things. He came with a little toe tag, which was cool because he did, and he came with this zipper pull, which unfortunately the zipper on this bag, his body bag, broke inside my suitcase, like when I was like shipping everything home. So TSA, you suck. You suck at checking my bag because you were rude, and I could tell you dug through my shit. So, F you guys. But they can't. This was the cool little zipper pull. They just went through all this extra effort with it, which is, again, is very, very admirable, which is really cool. And they also came with a like death certificate. There's like so much little stuff inside here, and we haven't even looked at the toy yet. But here we go. So here's his like little death certificate. Like, you go through all that extra effort to print one of these. That's A+ in my book. And then how to improve celestial bonding. Like, and it has like the same symbol from the zipper pull and the same writing on the side of the bag and stuff. It's very weird. Tips with bonding with your divine incarnate. So I'm assuming that's Adam here. Become BFFs, believers in final friendship. Spend as much time as possible with your vessel by getting much skin to skin, but avoiding eye to eye contact with no actual touching. Feed it when it's hungry, do not pick it up when it cries, and abuse it to keep it in line. Wow. There's lots of messed up stuff in here. I don't recommend you apply it to your real life child, but maybe this vinyl inanimate object, you could apply that kind of stuff too. And then I brought up the Weekly World News stuff because they also have like their own little weird kind of like esque Weekly World News kind of thing in here. So that was really cool as well. I'm not going to spend the time to roll these back up. I'll do that after the episode is done. Save some time. So let's look at him. So here he is. He is huge. He is gross. He is weird. I think this would like freak out any small child. I don't think any young girl or boy wants this sitting underneath the Christmas tree. But if they did, that'd be pretty cool. But this guy is insane. He's naked, but he doesn't have any junk of any kind. So technically, we're good here. We don't have to worry about nothing. Sorry, YouTube. But so he's got some incredible detailing. Like he's got a messed up spine, stitching all over, on his butt, on his whatever, on his chest, and just like super grotesque. And the face, we'll go down here and we'll get a close up of his face. Down here, you can tell that the vibe is very like, to me, it's like Jason Voorhees meets Toxic Avenger. So it's like it's if Toxie and Jason got together and they had themselves a baby, and this is the little freak that plopped out. So, and he comes with a glass eye. They had blinky eyes, like some like doll-like eyes that would open and shut when you rise them and stuff. But I just really like the look of glass eyes. I use them in some of my customs, so I really like that look. So I had to have that. And then also, finally, before we move on with Adam here, he came with some doll clothes that they hooked me up with. So that was really awesome of them that they did that. So you can play dress up with your Adam. So he's got his little jean jorts on here, and then he's got this weird striped shirt. So we'll just put that on here too. I was actually screwing around with this and with these clothes and seeing how many of my bigger sofubi could actually wear the clothes. And turns out the Meats from Retro Band, this fits on him really good. The clothes fit on him really good, actually. That's why the cuffs are rolled up. So here he is in his little outfit. So now he's ready to go out in public with you. Just shove him in your stroller or something and just really freak the hell out of some of your neighbors, some of the people at the mall or something like that. I had him sticking out of my backpack in his body bag, and a lot of people, while I was walking around DesignerCon, and a lot of people kept asking me about it, like being like, where'd you get that? What is he? Where is he from? And I was like, Violence Toy, man. Violence Toy, check it out. So, again, I'll tell you guys, Violence Toy, check them out. They are amazing. Instagram and on their website as well. So definitely check them out, Violence Toy. All right, and we're gonna move on. I'm gonna put my baby boy down here. Just start hearing off cameras crying from a small child. So now the Eternal Tears of a Willow is I believe it's a spin-off line from Rotten Studios. So you could follow them, Rotten Studios, and the Eternal Tears of a Willow. That's quite a mouthful, but it's pretty cool. So at the Snatch Punch booth, they were selling some of these figures here. It's called God's Mistake, and I love this guy so much. You can tell he is very influenced by some of the more gory, more grotesque-looking figures as of late. You know, that has kind of been a very popular style. You can tell with like the lip design here that it's very reminiscent of an egg or a Blood Guts toy or something like that. I actually have my Blood Guts toy right here, and we can kind of do like a little, yeah, so they kind of have like the both goopy and the both like offset eyes and stuff like that. The offset eyes is a very popular trait within toys now too, but I really dig this guy a lot. I was very happy to get one. And it was kind of a surprise that he was there, so that was really cool. Yeah, I'm digging on this guy a lot. He's really cool. He's a good size. You know, he's not too big, not too small. I do like those kind of mid-range size sofubi vinyl toys. But yeah, this guy's dope as hell. I love this guy. He rips, man. He rips. He'll be a lot of fun to paint as soon as I figure out just what the hell colors to paint him. Yeah. But yeah, totally cool. I really like this guy. I'm more than happy that I picked him up. So now we're gonna grab what do we got next here. Oh, okay, cool. So I'm a fan of Sun Guts. He's a Japanese artist and or a Japanese toy line, and I should say, and they had one of their figures, honpo uraname. Hopefully I said that right. You know, bash me in the comments, it's fine. But I got one of these finally. I didn't want to pay, I didn't want to do those flipper overprice market grabs, so I just was patient, and finally I got one there at DesignerCon. And what a cute little dude. I love this. It's kind of like a Kappa almost, you know, from Japanese lore. And I love the header card. It's great art. It's a bunch of little like demons, you know, and the girl in there is like, you know, and then they have a thank you note in there, which is equally hilarious as well, if you know what that is. Yeah, so one of the cool little features of him is that he can move his tongue around. Kind of looks like a Pokemon, but cooler than any Pokemon. So yeah, I love this so much. He's so cute. Man, I had this guy in my pocket like everywhere I went. I was taking pictures of him, you know, at the restaurants and while we were getting drinks and stuff. He was like my buddy for the rest of the time after I got him. This is like one of my favorite grabs, just because he's so cute. And I love like minimal sprays, very simplistic kind of style, and I just really like the color palette. It really works, really vibes, very cute. I'm very happy to have another Sun Guts piece within my collection. So, with that said, we're going to move on. Now, so speaking of collecting and my collection, I have kind of a bit of an obsession with like licensed sofubi toys. I really like finding like things from cartoons or movies or whatever, and as long as it's like made, you know, in Japan and all that stuff. I really dig that. So I found something while I was there. I found, if you're familiar with anime or Toonami or Adult Swim or anything like that, they had a show. It was made by Sunrise and Bandai. It's called Big O, and it was like Batman. It was like if Bruce Wayne, instead of being Batman, he just had a giant mech and he just messed up monsters and other giant robots, and it was like set in a really weird dystopian future as well. So try to imagine that, and then apply that to a really awesome anime. So I actually have the blue glittery version right here. So this was the first colorway, I believe. I didn't even know that this black one existed. I looked for a long time for this one, and I was over the moon when I got it. And it was winter, and I just moved this arm a little bit, and snap! It was too cold. The vinyl got fragile, and the hole here is too tight, giggity, and geschmoiga, and it broke. It just snapped, and I was heartbroken. I did not know what to do. So I jerry-rigged my own little kind of thing going on in there. So now he's perfectly articulated again, just as much as this one. He's not broken anymore. Just a bunch of persistence and a bunch of super glue, gluing the pieces back together, going layer after layer after layer. Just a funny little, you know, mishap story about this guy. But you know, so when I saw that there's this black colorway one, I didn't even know this existed because, you know, for the longest time I only thought there was this one. And just, wow, it's so cool. I love the black with, like, it has these, like, bronze, almost gold kind of weird yellowish sprays on there, on, like, the side of the arm, on the legs here, on the chest. Dang, just so cool. I was really happy that I grabbed this one. So the only kind of thing that bugged me on this one was that one leg is longer than the other, which apparently was a common problem for this figure, for this sculpt. And so as you can see, his legs are closer together, and they seem to be kind of like the right lengths for each other. A little bit off, but not too much. But as for this one is really, really bad. So what I did was I used a heat gun, and I kind of just heated up his legs and waist area, and then I just kind of spread them legs, and I just waited for it to get cold again, cool down a little bit. And then that way, you know, he wasn't on gangster lean so much, because I'm not kidding. Like, when he would just sit like normal, he would just be like that. He was like, hey, what's up? You know, it was super, really annoying, but I'm still super glad that I got this. So now I have symmetry going on. I have two Megaduces to go into my mecha, you know, kind of vinyl collection. I love the robots. I love stuff like that. So this was a very personal. I was very happy to get it, and it was kind of like one of my more sentimental kind of things, because I just kind of have an affinity for this kind of sculpt or this toy itself, just because it's kind of cool, and it's kind of I was told that they're not very rare, but to me it was kind of a big pain in the ass to try and get even one of these. So now that I have two in the collection, it just feels pretty good. So if anyone knows anything else about these, I know that they were made by Bear Model. They were actually licensed by Bandai and Sunrise, I believe. And yeah, so yeah, if anyone else knows of any other colorways, or if anyone, you know, wants to give me one or something, just let me know. Just hit me up. Hit me up. So moving on. All right, what else do we got here? Man, this keeps banging into the table. Okay. Rampage Toys. In the beginner video, you saw Rampage Toys booth, and I didn't get too much from them, but he was super nice. He was really chill, dude. And so I got a ugly unicorn sticker, and it's kind of like 16-bit style. It looks very clean right here, but if you get closer, it's very like, you know, like retro style, like sprite art. So that was really cool. I really like this. This might go on the old laptop, so you guys might see that every episode. And I love his minis. He has the greatest frickin' minis I've ever seen, like gacha form. And this was the only ugly unicorn left, so I had to get it. And then this, I didn't get this here, but it was waiting for me when I got back home. his other ugly unicorn, the uglier unicorn, and this is probably my favorite sculpt of his. It is so awesome. This one's kind of like a marbled. It's pink and orange with some glitter in there, and just the cutest little, ugliest little son of a bee you've ever done see. He's got these big, thick lips with, like, you know, like really gross. He's kind of like got an Oni face almost, like where it's like this nasty kind of look, and then he's got this big old mono brow, like this big Cro-Magnon looking forehead, and he's got his big unicorn horn, and then he's got these little butt cheeks with his little warts on his butt and stuff. He needs some Charmin. He needs to wipe better, apparently. But yeah, it's super cool. I love this little cutie so much. So shout out to Rampage Toys. Give him a follow. Yeah, I think they might have some of these left in his store right now. So if you're interested, if you like that sculpt, definitely go follow them and go look at their website. We're getting down to the wire here. It looks like we only have 3 toys left. So these 3 are my top 3 favorites. I had to save the best for last. So these are my 3 favorite grabs of the entire trip. So I wanted to start out with the Uraname toy. I got the Industrial Glow kumon. So, holy shit, this is awesome. I showed off my pink and gid marbled kumon on one of, I think it was like the first vinyl variations, maybe the World of Sofubi, I'm not sure. So here's the awesome header card art for this dude. Look at that, that is so dope. I love that so much. He's like holding like a bomb. I thought that was like a bong at first. But then he's got his 2-headed character there, which is really dope as well. But here he is. Oh my god, this is so cool. I wanted one of these so bad. Kumon has like leaped in popularity as of late with Uraname toy. Incredible sculpts. This is one of those toys where I think a lot of maybe some toy collectors out there can identify with me, but you know, you ever like you're not like too keen on it or anything, but then over time you just start to like appreciate it more and more and more. This is kind of one of those sculpts. After I got my first one, I got it in a trade and I was just like really into it, and then I painted it, and then I traded it away again, and then I missed it really bad, and so after that I just needed another one in my life again. So I got that marbled one, and now I just kind of have an itch to get more, and so this is my second one, so, or technically third, but second in I have 2 in my collection right now. I actually have it back here. What am I talking about? So now we can do a little comparison time. How about that? So here he is. He's got a really awesome skull on his belly here, but then the real face is up here. There's like a little eyeball. And then it's very simplistic design, but just like, it's just so original, so unique, you know, that it's hard to not get into, you know. So yeah, definitely follow Uraname toy if you want to be able to get one of these awesome kumon in the future. Yeah, so you know, didn't want to go too in deep with it, but yeah, definitely one of my favorite grabs, because when I saw this, I was like, oh man, I missed out on that. So it was very, very cool that I was able to pick one of those up. Okay. So, Gobo Toys. They had a booth there, and it was insane. It was insane, the line that people when they got there, they immediately went to go wait in line to get some of his toys. So, I wasn't able to like pry myself away from the booth the first day, so my buddy Christopher, who came up and bought one of my toys, you can only have 2 spots when you were when you go up there and you buy something. You know, you can only get 2 things, and he was so gracious enough to give up one of his spots and to give it to me, and so he got me this, and this is the Astro Unkotsu. We'll bring it down here, and oh my god, I've wanted one of these so freaking bad. I am beyond ecstatic to have this. So This packaging might seem familiar to you if you are a Star Wars fan, and if you were a 90s kid, if you were a millennial 90s kid, then you would definitely recognize this box art from the Power of the Force line from Kenner. Now it's very evocative of that style. Now this is like the Unkotsu, like a foot soldier. They have bigger versions of these, which you could see in the video, but for this one, it's like the mini version. And like I said, I've been really, really digging on these mini figures, these mini sofubi lately. And just, he's bright orange, this fluorescent orange color with a clear cast vinyl helmet. And you can definitely take that off. And then he's got a little poo-poo for a head, a little dookie. And it's kind of like the Mars Attacks kind of style. You know, it's like the Ack-Ax. And it's just like his style, and it's so cool. I just love the design. I really like simplistic and clean designs that are evocative of old toy lines, like retro style, retro futuristic kind of streamlined vibes and stuff like that. So this is definitely my second favorite toy that I got there. I feel extremely lucky. This is only my second Gokoto piece. Next to this one here, this is one of his bigger figures here. This is a collaboration with Restore, another sofubi vinyl maker. So this one is dope as hell too. I got this in a trade, but this, man, this is the bread and butter of his style and of his toy line. So yeah, just really, 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 really grateful to have one of these. There's only a few other. I think there's a pink one and a green one, and I think this is like the third blank color. I don't even think there's any painted ones yet. So I don't think that I'll paint this. And if I did, I wouldn't like douse it in paint. I'd want to like, you know, like do accents and stuff, like leave the orange vinyl, but like, you know, like do like purple boots and gloves or something like that, and like on the straps and stuff. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna leave him how he is because I really, really like this. He was another one I was carrying with me like the whole time throughout the shows and when I was like exploring LA and stuff like that. So yeah, I was very, very happy to have that. So we are close to an end. We're at our last toy. So let's bring him out. Here he is. So this was probably the biggest victory of my entire time there at DesignerCon. So I was at the Unbox booth. I really wanted the Tomb figure that I showed you guys earlier in the video. It was like, I love that color that they cast in. It was like a marbly brown, orangish, super gross. Kind of reminded me of Tarman from Return of the Living Dead. But it was like I wanted the Tomb or I wanted the mixed parts meats, and luckily unfortunately I missed out on the Tomb, but fortunately I got the on the second day there was only 3 left. They only had 3, you know, and you had to be there at the right time, and so luckily my ass was there at the right time. Here he is. Here's his header card. Now the cool thing about Aaron and Retro Band is that I have some of his like first stickers that he did, and they were all like spray paint art stuff. Like it was like Toxic Avenger, the stuff. He had a couple different like lines of that, like the alien from They Live. But this is another one of his spray paint art style header cards, and that's really cool because DIY shit, man, like that is 100% legit. So when you're someone who does like takes that extra step and takes that extra effort, more power to you, brother, because this is awesome. So thank you so much, Aaron. I got number 12 out of 12 too, so this is the last SOB off the line. And then also with the meats, I got a little. Aaron gave me a little head for meats as well. It's a little keychain. That was really, really cool of him. So thank you so much, Aaron. But yeah, here we go. Look at him. We'll bring him down here too. Just the design. I've shown the painted version, one of the first releases of meats, but this is the mix parts, and I think what he said was they're not going to do a mix parts again. Yeah, this is a really good grab. I love the colors, like the purple, like a pastel purple is really cool. They used some more of that black from the black blank release. And then they have this like mucky green as well, and this gid green. So this leg actually glows in the dark. And then this like light blue, kind of like baby blue arm, and then the gray head. Mix parts is, yeah, I'll bring it up here again. Mix parts is very, very cool. A lot of people love the mix parts stuff. I do too. It's really, really cool. I have a few mix parts pieces, not too many, but this is probably the crown jewel of all mix parts pieces in my collection now because, dang, it's so cool. And like I said earlier, that Adam from the Violence Toy, his clothes actually fit on this guy. I took some pictures of that, and I made a little like hat for him and stuff. So definitely check that out. I'll be posting those on Instagram today. So yeah, give those a like or whatever. But yeah, so oh yeah, okay. Last thing, one of the last things I should say, because I want to show off some pins and stickers I got. There was a Synapse Toy. And they have this new figure coming out. I don't have a picture, so we'll look at the thing. This is his new toy. Synapse Toys has got this like really cute Grim Reaper coming out. They were selling some like weapons that are compatible with his toy as like little keychains. And so these are vinyl. These are sofubi. And so the vinyl one I got the scythe. And this is a pink scythe with black dry rub. And what I thought right away was, well, I need something for my meats to hold, so there we go. Check it out. There you go. He holds the scythe. So how cool is that? He's compatible with Synapse Toys little things. So watch it. I'm gonna like, he's got, yep, okay. So it's only good to kind of like, if you get it in there at the right angle, then he can hold it. But yeah, so shout out to Synapse Toy because he had nice enough to give me some extra stickers and stuff, and so that was really cool. So I also wanted to give out a little shout out to somebody who just gave me toys. Like, so you know, people when they come up to you and you know they like a lot of you came up to me and said that you watched the show, so that's really awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Without you, there would be none of this. Like I wouldn't, you know, I'd be doing this in a mirror or something. I'd be doing it all by myself, being like, glad I got it, you know. But like now that I get to do it and share it with you guys, and we get to have fun together and stuff, so that's really cool. So thank you. And then when you guys come up to me and tell me, you know, that I'm doing a good job and that, you know, all that stuff. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And the fact that some of you gave me toys and stuff, that's really sweet of you. So thank you. So my buddy Neil Ewing, he came up to me. This is his business card. So definitely check Neil Ewing out. He gave me some comic books that he did. So that is dope. Some comic books, man. Like, and this is cool art. Like, he did a really good job. Like, that's really cool. And he gave me this like bootleg figure, and it's like a black resin figure, and it has some really cool like card art as well. So I don't think I'm going to take him out because it doesn't look like he has any articulation, but I really enjoy this package. Like this like I really dig the vibes that this is giving off, like all black and like with the tiny amounts of like hot pink red kind of coloring. That's really cool. But the thing that he gave me that I probably appreciate the most is this interactive art piece of Swamp Thing. So this is kind of a perplexing thing that he gave me, but I just love that Swamp Thing. Like, look at that. That is so cool. I love Swamp Thing so much. He's one of my favorite superheroes. And then he just, you can like take away the layers. It reminds me of those like 90s diagram art kind of books and stuff like that. Something you get like the Scholastic Book Fair or some shit. But just, oh my God, it's so cool. Like, I want to frame this, but then I won't be able to interact with it, you know? So I thought this was really cool. It was so nice of Neil to give me that stuff. Wow, this table's getting real messy, but that's okay. And real quick before I wrap up the episode, you know, I got some goodies from all kinds of people, but you know, I got a patch from Snatch Punch booth, so they were really nice enough to give me one. And then Kaiju Toys, I've talked about his Shogun Warlord on the show before, and I met him, and he was really, really nice, and he was very sweet, and he gave me a toy maker patch from Kaiju Toys. So he's like, here, you're a toy maker, you could have it, you earned that title. So mwah, it's very special to me. Thank you so much. And then I just wanted to bring up Gino from Toy Art Gallery. Not only did he give me a buttload of stickers like Candy's Bolton sticker, some Splurt sticker, Tokum, and the BC blasters that you saw earlier in that video, but he also gave me some really crazy awesome enamel pins, and you could see those in the video too, but yeah, these are really cool. They're extreme, like these just look expensive, and the fact that you just gave them to me, man, thank you so much. There's a cool little Clockwork Orange one right there. But yeah, dude, thank you so much, everybody. If you came up to me, if you said hey, if we met each other, thank you so much. Like, it was so much fun to just like get to talk to other people who collect and who enjoy this as much as I do, because I'm all alone here in the Midwest. I'm all by myself. So anytime I get to talk to people about sofubi and toys and stuff, it's very cathartic. It's very like, it's like therapy for me, man. Like not only getting these toys, collecting this stuff, but just like getting to interact with other people is very special to me. So thank you so much, everybody. Well, that's about everything. I just wanted to give a shout out to Tech and Buana Spoons. Thank you for letting me ride your coattails. Same thing with Clear with Guts. Thank you so much for letting me sell my toys at your booth. That was very nice of you guys. I cannot believe that, you know, the support of this community is insane. So if you're scared, if you're, you know, you just got to make friends. Just be nice. Just be cool. Be patient, you know, because, you know, things don't just happen, man. You just got to make sure, be cool, make connections, go out to these things, show the support, show support to artists, like, and they will support you back, man. So it's a real thing. It's a real community. And what else? You can, you know, if you like whatever you saw of my stuff, I'm gonna have those leftovers, whatever's left over from DCon. I still got that bloody one. People keep badgering me about that. He's coming. He's going up. So there's only one. So you all gotta fight each other for him. I'll have a bunch of my one-offs going up on videovomit.bigcartel.com either tonight or tomorrow. I promise, one of the two. I'll also post about it on Instagram, so to give everyone a fair warning and a fair heads up. If you like this video, you could hit this thumbs up button. If you want to catch up to any other videos, or you want to be up to date on what other videos we're doing, please hit the subscribe button. And then, you know, if you were there this year, did you meet me? Did you say hi? If not, you're a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad, you know, if you did come up and say hi, that was awesome. If you didn't, if you're too shy, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. I was too shy to talk to certain people, but I'm glad that I talked to a lot of people. If you were there, what grabs did you get? Did you get anything good? Did you get a mixed parts? Did you get that tune that I wanted so damn bad? Let me know in the comments. So until then, guys, this is VideoVomit signing off. I'm tired. You're probably tired. Let's just go to bed. See you guys. Good night.